Flyover State of Film was shot in front of a live studio audience.
Hey, hello, welcome to the latest episode 20-something, I don't remember, of Flyover State of Film, the show on the internet that has more hosts than viewers, and that doesn't matter, because we got four badasses here. We take turns, and this time it's mine. I'm Brian. Your other boys, we got TJ, Joe, Yusef. We all get together. We all crack beers or tip wine, whatever we do, and we talk a little news, we talk some movie topics, and we talk about at least one classic comedy gem, a diamond in the rough, if you will. I don't want to spoil it. Let's get started with a little news. Guys, let's talk about the most important thing of the day, the thing that everybody is just like burning up over. The video game Avengers looks slightly different than the movie Avengers. Have you heard?
It's a travesty.
It looks like the Bible game.
It's almost like people forgot that movie tie-in video games are garbage, and we should not want them to be doing a movie tie-in of the Avengers.
I will hard disagree with that. The Wolverine video game for the Wolverine.
Yes, everybody can really do a one. Everybody can come with one. Well, Spider-Man 2 is good. The Chronicles of Riddick game is good. But for the most part, we all know video game tie-in has been death since E.T. came out in the 80s.
Good one, yeah. It's like Splinter Cell.
It's like also, is the Matrix video game count?
That's tough.
That's good. That's fun. All right, so next topic.
Path of Neo was pretty good.
No, the other one with the Jada Pinkett Smith. That one's tight.
Yeah, I know it sucked though.
I was thought Blade 2 was a good video game.
Right.
Do we care about this topic anymore? Do we want to move on?
I'm literally yelling next time.
No, I didn't think so. Let's talk a little bit about John Cena and Fast and the Furious. I saw some speculation that this is like Rock is going to go off and do his Hobbs and Shaw thing, and John Cena is going to come in and like replace The Rock. And it's because Vin Diesel and The Rock don't to work together anymore. What do you think about that?
You replace a semi-good acting wrestler with a worse acting wrestler. It makes tons of sense for me.
I mean, John Cena's been fine in things, right? He was okay in Bumblebee. He's done some comedy stuff. He's not as funny as Chris Hemsworth.
He's better
but he's funny enough. Like,
he's not a good action star.
No, he's not.
You don't think Cena's a good action star?
But no. I mean, you don't. All right. So it's like a funny take to say like, he's replacing The Rock, but they're not gonna take out The Rock at all. Like even if he has to be like in 4 scenes and it's just CGI and he taped it from his gym. He's gonna be
interested in this whole idea because I can't think of anything where I've really seen John Cena as an action star. I mean, I know I watched the first Marine because it had Robert Patrick in it, but I don't really remember it. And then most of the other stuff I've seen him in has been like little bit parts in comedies and like Bumblebee. It was an action movie, but he wasn't doing a ton of action because was he gonna do a fucking suplex on a fucking giant car? Like
I think he's not tall enough or.
Blockers is really
properly like his build is just weird.
He just looks like really Jack Matt Damon.
Yeah. So he's funnier because it's like, oh, that Jack dude put a bong in his asshole.
Next topic.
We're already
Next
bored
topic.
with this. All right, fine. I don't care. Whatever.
What
What
a
else do I got
segue.
here? Let's
I
talk
like
about
how we're not even trying segues.
let's talk about the Keanu-sans, guys. What do we
This is
think?
stupid.
I'm all for it.
I think
He's
it's
never
just that
done
we
it.
are so desperate for like someone to be just good. Like you don't even have to be great. You don't have to be that special. Just don't be outwardly shitty. And he's just kind of a like seems like a real like go with the flow nice guy, like kind of a dim-witted but like super sweet puppy friend. And even if he's not like that, we've put that on him and he's not doing anything to fuck it up. And I think that's all it is.
I mean, the other day I was
won't.
watching a video of his motorcycle company, and it was like 18 minutes of him talking motorcycles, and I was just like, he's such a nice guy.
But I'm saying, like, Keanu Reeves he's done John Wick, and then he's done a rom-com, a recent one where they did like the plane trip where they fall in love.
Well, no, he's had movies since John Wick. Like John Wick's his big comeback, but he did like Knock Knock and Replicas. He's had a bunch of movies that nobody gave a shit about.
Seventh Samurai.
Yeah. No, but
you're thinking about 47 Ronin. Now, come on, there's a lot of movies out there.
Yeah, but I think he was like neck and neck with Jessica Biel, and then Jessica Biel came out, and I'm like, oh, I don't believe in vaccine. So it's like, all right, Keanu, take it from here.
We're all dragging Jessica Biel right now. I heard I've not confirmed it fully, but I did hear on a podcast, and that's as good as a fact to me, that also Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Glenn Howerton is an anti-vaxxer. So we got to drag the ones we love too, and that's a big disappointment because I like seeing that guy seem cool. But if he's an anti-vaxxer, he's dumb as shit. Vaccinate kids, everybody, unless you want them or other old people to die.
Is this like the new Scientology? Like,
anti-vaxxing?
Well, Glenn Howerton, if anyone just hasn't known yet, has just been cast in Matt Reeves' Batman as Riddler.
Really?
So, did he? Is that actual news?
Yeah,
we
real.
broke the story on Flyover. That's amazing.
We got TJ Deck, Scoops McGee right here.
The riddle is how to keep your kid from dying of a disease from the Victorian era. I don't know.
Robert Pattinson, what are you going to do about that, buddy?
All right, let's talk a little bit. This is a subject that I actually think is kind of interesting right now.
Oh yeah, he's all about the freedom of choice.
Yeah, is that see? It's whatever. I'm sorry. Okay, Joe just confirmed it. Glenn Howerton is canceled, just like AP Bio. Oh, burn!
I don't like that show, but it's a really good show.
So let's talk about a subject that actually has some, maybe a little bearing on the world around us. The summer box office, very important stuff. Crunch the numbers.
Analysis.
The most important thing.
Listen, I'm going to take this big giant board right here. You see this? This is where we're charting up, and see, it's just been a slow summer. We're charting down. Compared to last week, I got my charts.
I want Joe to flip that thing around and it's a whiteboard on the other side, and there's like all these math equations on it.
I'm laughing, and then I think about last week where I'm just posting in our chat stats about Disney's box office. I was like, oh, I am that asshole.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, but that's fair. I do watch. The reason I mention that show is because I also watch that show, and it's I do have an interest in the summer box office occasionally, and it's a little bit slow this year, right? We had Avengers hit huge, but that was in April, and now the rest of the summer we're on specifically a 3 or 4 week streak where every movie is underperforming. Secret Life of Pets 2, which I, as a person with a kid, thought was like a sure moneymaker, even though I didn't take my kid to go see it, so I guess I'm part of the problem. Yeah, but what you guys thinking about the box office?
Well, Yusef, before you even start, do me a favor, make a graph and then send it to me, and I'll superimpose it right now onto the screen so everyone can see it. But I haven't seen actually a film yet this summer.
It's funny, the one we did see, minus Avengers, is we went to go see the Seth Rogen one and Charlize Theron. Long Shot. We went to go see Long Shot, and it was great. But that did terrible at the box office.
Yeah, and by Booksmart too, because people are downloading it off the internet. But side note, I think Toy Story, Lion King and Spider-Man will save the box office.
Yeah,
But,
I bet Spider-Man doesn't do I bet Spider-Man isn't going to do numbers like Captain Marvel. It's not going to do $1 billion.
I think it's gonna be like 700, 800. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But I'm just saying, like, I think even that they'll take a breather.
Oh, see, I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal has any box office draw.
He has a huge stick. He has great.
There's there's literally reason why Jake Gyllenhaal was doing indie. He's no
Mysterio. Mysterio has a huge stick.
I'll give you Southpaw. That was a bad box office draw, but also a bad movie. And it had an Eminem.
No, I can't think of a movie that has done money. I mean, he's got good critical acclaim, but he's not. He brings money at the box office.
Actor. I just mean like he's not.
And that's not even just him. We're just in an era now where single persons don't really move the needle. It's IP and franchises. That's what sells tickets.
Maybe The Rock.
Who's selling?
Yeah, I'm not saying there's a few people who do. But overall, that's just not the case. I was thinking people were like, "Oh, this is the worst year since 2016," but people also don't remember. Like, it seems the memories are so short. People were saying last year in 2018 it was a bad summer box office, and we had amazing movies coming out. Though that's the thing. There were a lot of really good movies that came out in the summer, but they didn't do as many. We didn't see as many. But even more this year.
But
the output is worse.
But who didn't release a movie last year and is releasing a movie this year is a Quentin Tarantino. Once Upon a Time comes out this summer.
That's a summer release. That could do money.
That could do money. Yeah.
That's gonna
do money for sure. I'll see it. I know. I'll try to get out to see it.
It wasn't a summer movie, but that's gonna be the American Sniper draw in the winter.
Oh yeah, the boomers. Boomers are going to come out, and Gen Xers. We love it.
Yeah, like Quentin Tarantino set in the late '60s.
Yeah,
has to do with like he already proved with Inglourious Bastards that it's like, oh, I like his take on history.
Yeah,
it's fun and stay.
Speaking of Quentin Tarantino in the 1960s, did you guys hear he's working on a Star Trek movie? It's going to bring back Picard. It's going to bring back. I think it's going to bring back Kirk, original Shatner Kirk, and they're going to say "fuck" in it.
Yeah, and then
I my fucking in. I was like,
"Wait, does the guy from Reading Rainbow come back?"
That I haven't heard. What do we think?
Probably, it's
I feel like
loves bringing back people like that.
I feel like we don't need what is not gritty enough about Star Trek. Like, even if the 2009 J.J. Abrams movies didn't have a lot of swearing in them, but they were plenty violent and visceral and big explosions.
And Chris Pine, if he was in a Quentin Tarantino, he would be cleaning up so much alien pussy that'd be insane.
We would for sure see that outlaw dick.
What's a pussy?
I don't. It's like if two aliens get together and there's tentacles. It's
do we need an R-rated? What is to be gained from making Star Trek R-rated?
I don't think.
What is he bringing to the table?
I think, but this is where I'm going to give at least Quentin this somewhat the benefit. I kind of think the doubt is. I think he has the wherewithal to construct something to not make it so Quentin Tarantino-y for 90% of the film. There's going to be those 10% of that movie where you're going to be like, oh, you're just going to roll your eyes.
It depends on because does Quentin Tarantino, here's a question for you guys, especially because I'm not too up on this. Does he write everything he directs?
Yes.
Well, he didn't write Jackie Brown. He didn't write Jackie Brown.
I did not know that. He also did not write the episode of Law and Order SVU. Okay. I'm sorry, and CSI Miami or whatever he did. He did one of those shows.
Okay. So he has some things where he'll let people maybe come in and write something. So maybe he lets
Simon Pegg or that
somebody come in. Simon Pegg I can see. J.J. Abrams absolutely not. Simon Pegg, Shaun of the Dead, that weird
Simon Pegg was in charge of the last Star Trek, so that's probably wrong. But anyway, so Star Trek was a TV show, though, right?
Yes, from the 60s, and now it's getting rebooted as a movie with an R rating. TJ, what do you think about that?
Oh, it's one of those things where I figured I'd bring you guys and ask Joe, Yusef, and Brian, hey, let's remake a show from the 50s, 60s, or 70s, and let's make it hard R for today, 2019, but we all pick a new director. Not Quentin Tarantino. So I'm not going to start off. I'll wait till I'm the end and I'll pass it off to the next subject. But I'm going to start with Joe.
Okay. I want to see Wes Craven's. I'm going back, even though he's deceased.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Wes.
I didn't know dead directors were on the table, but
Do you want me to
it's
fix
fine.
the living?
No, it's good. It's fine. We all love Wes Craven. He's a master. He redefined the genre.
No, I got it. I got it. I want to see Eli Roth's The Munsters.
Ooh. That's something
You know what interests me about this? Eli Roth directed House the Clock and Its Walls.
Love the House.
Oh,
It was good. It feels like it's part of the Goosebumps universe. It's not, but it was good, and it shows that Eli Roth can do just a fun family movie. So I think he could do a creepy Munsters. So I'm kind of into this. Do you got anything else to add to
it? Was it? I mean, it was either Bryan Singer or with like Ryan Murphy. They were like there's like an unreleased pilot of the Munster, a gritty Munster.
are you talking about the one with Jerry O'Connell as Herman Munster?
Yeah.
Mockingbird Lane. Like you could look at promo shots. It's like I love looking at old stuff like stuff that never got released like that. And I wouldn't want it like that. I'd want it to be like.
Yeah, I don't want it to be old. I want it to be like the Addams Family movies were, where it felt like just a update of the show, but kept that.
And I mean, you probably could pull together a really good Munsters cast.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it came to mind. It's probably the obvious casting choice for Herman Munster, but a Brad Garrett.
Ooh.
Or what about Ron Perlman?
Rob Swanson.
No, see, I think Ron Perlman is. It sounds weird. He's too Ron Perlman.
I don't know.
Too Perlman-y.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like you need that with Herman Munster. That's what you want with your lead. Is that someone who just
Brad Garrett, so he could go, Raymond, I'm a Frankenstein.
But
Deborah, could you believe
So then
this?
do you bring in who does Ray Romano play? Is he one of the talent, the mayor or something? What's the quote? No, he's not too old enough to be the grandpa. That's crazy.
I would like to see Ray Romano very uncomfortable with cursing. Fuck.
Oh, guys, I don't like this.
Fuck.
Ryan, what's your pick?
Oh, so the show I decided I wanted to remake was Bonanza. It's a Western from the 60s. It was a hugely long-running, super popular, but I want to bring in Jacques Audiard.
So
I believe
French.
it's a French. It's so very French, but he directed my favorite movie of last year that wasn't called Infinity War, which is The Sisters Brothers. If anybody saw, it's John C. Reilly, Joaquin Phoenix, Jake Gyllenhaal, another guy. Nobody saw this one either, so he didn't put any butts in seats. And Riz Ahmed, I believe, was the fourth lead. And it's just a really great Western. It's got, great actors, great relationship work between them. Also, a very gritty and kind of realistic feel. It's not an action movie, but there's action in it, and everything just feels very straightforward and gritty, and that's how I would want to do Bonanza now. And none of this whatever, the Indians are coming to take our land bullshit.
Bro,
it would be the other way around, where clearly we're just oppressing the local peoples. What is that?
Car engine.
What's an engine?
Car engine.
You know what it is. It's what they used to racistly call Indians when we were kids.
Actually,
it went all the way up
this
through.
This is not
it was racist to call them Indians. They're actually
Redskins.
native people. What do they call them? First world.
Washington Redskins.
I know this isn't. I know this isn't a movie fight. I know we're not gonna cry because movie fights is not here. But you're actually pitching just that word. So.
I'm pitching what? What was that?
Deadwood. You want an R-rated Western? Deadwood. Just watch Deadwood, man.
No, but that's fine.
But Bonanza could have a lot of comedy to it too. Was still being hard.
Right. And I think there was a lot of
comedy. Are you going to keep the classic theme song from Bonanza?
Well, since smart guy over here's got such a good idea, what do you got, Yusef? You got something to actually bring to the table, or you're just running your smart
I didn't say I have a good idea. I said you have a bad idea. That's two different things, man.
My idea is good. My idea is good. Is saying that it's like Deadwood is not like that's a compliment.
I want a greedy Western. Whoa, groundbreaking rule.
They brought back Deadwood for a movie because everybody liked it so much. So it seems like the audience is there. It seems like they would be ready for my R-rated Bonanza.
That friction is defunct. You could stop.
I picked Gilligan's Island, and I want David Lynch Stewart direct it.
So you mean Lost?
No, because Lost is about dead people in purgatory, bitch. This is about
Seven Deadly Sins.
What? I haven't. I just read it on an internet blog. I haven't actually watched it.
Yusef has been hoisted by his own petard.
No, I'm kidding. That was always the room. That was always the urban legend that like Gilligan's Island, like the characters represent the Seven Deadly Sins. I believe I heard.
But what characters did the Harlem Globetrotters represent?
They showed up on the island once, right?
But I want David Lynch's like a trippy vision, like just weird visions. Because
so you want it to be boring and pretentious?
They're gonna be,
yeah, that'll be blast.
They're gonna be. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. It's not explosions and swearing. So I like they're gonna be exposed to the sun. So fucking Gilligan's gonna be going crazy at least in a couple of episodes. And obviously, it's gonna be the same fucking cast that he always cast.
Probably channeling the performance of Chris Elliott from Cabin Boy to
get
that like sun bleached, mind freak performance.
Except that his sunburns are not gonna get magically cured. So, fun fact: Cabin Boy sucks. I just want like those weird, trippy David Lynch visions, and it's just gonna be Cabin. I
have a question.
I just have Cabin Boy in my head. I completely lost track of what I was saying.
Will Philip Seymour Hoffman come back as a CGI younger version of himself playing the skipper?
Actually, that would be fucking fantastic. Man, you just depressed me, man. I really miss Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, well,
I really love him.
Really good movie.
Yeah, so
like if nobody has watched Synecdoche, New York, that movie is so good, and he's so brilliant in it. All right, TJ, what did you pick? Since we've just shitted on everybody else's pick, and nobody has actually sold something.
Yeah, I easily got the best one. I'm going David Fincher, and I'm bringing him into the world of Lassie.
Oh, so you mean Cujo? I'm kidding.
Lance Henriksen's man's best friend, where he's part cat and a robot. Whatever.
Lassie is the protagonist. As we always see in these classes, Timmy stuck in a well. Timmy stuck in the roof of a barn, and the floor came out, but it's also on fire at the same time. Hey, Timmy's
gonna be like, Lassie murdered a dude.
There's a serial killer in Calverton.
Lassie uncovered a pedophile ring.
We don't know if it's actually in Mississippi. We don't know if it's in Montana. We don't know if it's in Wisconsin. But what we do know is that's woods and it's a farm. So basically, what happens is they're a serial killer. We know that David Fincher does Mindhunter. He does Zodiac.
Lassie commits revenge sodomy on somebody.
What? Guys, TJ said, what happened? But like, how do we commute? Does the dog like? Do we?
The dog's voice of Michael J. Fox. We're gonna go back to Homeward Bound, where it's like Chance.
You lost me.
But it's Michael J. Fox voice. You know what I mean?
Dude, Homeward Bound. You can't bring up Homeward Bound, man. You're gonna make me cry.
Rick Moranis is playing the father.
I'm in.
Mr. Martin. And young Timmy is the kid from Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Well, I think we can all agree that one of us had a good idea, and it was me. Let's move on. Let's talk about Yusef. Yusef, you had a topic you wanted to bring up. What was your topic?
That's a fantastic segue. So since Men in Black came out, which is rebooting the franchise, but set it in the world without.
I mean, it's a sequel, right? Because like Emma Thompson is back.
Yeah, but it's a
She's in the
sequel.
third movie, and there's like a painting of J and K, right? So I mean, this exists in the universe.
Yeah.
There's a painting.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that was I
A
was gonna say
very
that.
forgettable movie that will one day be on a 4-pack in the DVD
Ooh,
section.
I'm looking forward to that because I haven't bought the first one.
And you
So
go,
I'm looking forward to the
I
$5 one.
only have the first one on DVD, and I probably haven't even had it for 2 years. So that's
I
how
have the
recently
DVD
I bought
the
it.
first one on DVD, I believe, from a secondary store.
So pitch a sequel that is set in the world of the film, but doesn't take the original cast. That's my fucking premise.
Well, we could use. We're gonna dip a bit into the original cast, need be for.
If you need a cameo,
Well, that's
or
what you
whatever.
can. You have to if you're in world and you're making a sequel. You may have some original cast
Yeah.
members that cross over, right?
But
Like I said, Emma Thompson.
at least not the main cast. Like if it's fucking
Right.
Beverly
You should
Hills
be
Cop.
recasting the main roles.
Go ahead,
Alright.
TJ. Since you went last, go first.
Oh. Nailed it. All right, cool. It's very simple. It's the biggest franchise right now. It actually just today announced it's going to have a Netflix animated show. Guys, I'm taking the most popular franchise going on right now, Fast and Furious. All right? You know what I'm doing right now? I'm recasting this with the children of all the cast members. So we're having underage driving.
Oh, so that would.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Are these
some
people
underage-
that even exist, or are you just like making up kids for every cast member? I don't think all the cast members have kids.
No, so
Paul Walker has
basically,
one.
so every cast member has a kid. So,
You're young.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez have Millie Bobby Brown. Okay. Paul Walker, R.I.P. And who's the woman who plays his girlfriend?
God,
There's a
no.
pretty lady.
the pretty, yeah.
Have you been doing like a
Diana
Stranger
Brewster.
Things rewatch leading up to the new season? Because it's the second time we're casting Stranger
Yeah.
Things kids.
Bobby Brewster.
Finn Wolf is their kid.
Again, with the Stranger Things kids. There's other child actors in the world.
Giovanni Ribisi from the first one who ends up dying.
Yeah.
Has a kid that we don't know about. It's Caleb McLaughlin, the black one. What?
Right.
Okay, and then
Wait.
You could say the black one on camera.
Gaten Matanzaro ends up being a recluse child who comes in out of nowhere and has special powers for the Fast and Furious franchise. He's the kid without the top teeth. Special powers because he doesn't have
It's
the top
Brightburn.
teeth. Yeah.
Wait. So you're literally just casting the entire Stranger Things cast?
Well, I'm doing what Hollywood does now is just get a group of kids together.
Stranger
I
Things.
mean, at least throw a bone to one of the Rim of the World kids.
One of the cars come alive and start killing
that was a
people.
good movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun, yeah.
So basically, Fast and Furious, car comes alive, starts killing people. A group of kids come together and attack this car and murder that car. Child's Play 3. All right, Joe, what do you got?
Well, a long time ago, the government made a mistake. They put a bunch of criminals on a plane, and it didn't go so well. This time, they're doing it again. And we are just going to load that plane up with the baddest badasses you ever see, and they're all going to be some straight-up character actors, from your John C. Reillys to your... Oh, God. I didn't think
Orlando
this out.
Jones's name on there.
Yeah, your Orlando Joneses. He'd be a great criminal.
Michael B. Jordan.
Kevin Hart will replace the Chappelle character.
Sure.
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth, but
Hemsworth.
your main.
No, but the most, I mean, there's going to be some good ones. Danny Trejo can still
It's a
play his
wrong-
character, I think. I think he should come
it's
back.
a wrong.
Even though he
it's-
died,
yeah.
just bring him back.
Well,
But
it's a
who's your
wrongly
Cameron Poe?
convicted-
That's the question.
that's what I'm getting this time. It's a woman, and it's
Gina Carano.
Hashtag
and
woke.
it's
So woke.
It's Ruby Rose. and the guys on the ground are like, man, I think this has happened once before. Well, there's one man I could call, and it's hello, Hummingbird. And Nick Cage comes in the last 10 minutes to help them break it down. This time they're not
I
crashing
honestly,
off
even
it.
though I Okay, so like even though it's well established what a fan of Nick Cage Joe is, I still thought he was gonna bring back John Cusack. I was like,
No, I only don't bring
for
back
some
John
reason I
Cusack.
was like, oh yeah, John Cusack. Then he said Nick Cage. I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
I don't think John Cusack would agree to it. I think you get Joan to pretend.
Oh, dude,
to be
he
Joan.
needs a paycheck.
Oh
No,
yeah.
John Cusack has a clause in his contract
Where Joe.
that you cannot ask him about Con Air.
Which is crazy because it's one of his better movies.
So what I'm getting out of Joe's pitch right now is very Silence of the Lambs. We're gonna go to
What?
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. You're gonna go
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
serial
you're
killer
right.
to get the information what's going on right now with Buffalo Bill and Bob and the
So
serial
it
killers.
basically is going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
got
guess who?
to go good.
What about you, Brian?
And guess who Lil Casey Poe is? It's the girl on the plane.
Miley
Me,
Cyrus.
Bobby Brown.
Ruby Rose?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's Casey
Ruby
Poe.
Rose is Casey Poe.
And
Oh, all right,
she's like, my
all
dad
right.
had told me stories about this.
The worst part about this is Hollywood is going to make this movie in like 3 fucking years.
That's
I hope
true.
they pay us,
That-
right?
that
Well, at
is-
least Joe. Brian, what's your
All right,
pick?
who's next?
Oh, I get to go. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, because I wrote a bunch of movies just in case, so I don't want to step on your toes.
Oh, okay. Actually, this is a fairly recent movie that I think here in like a couple more years they could do a sequel to. They could recast literally just the two leads and keep everything about the aesthetic and everything the same. And I'm talking about Valerian, the City of a Thousand Planets. I think everyone would agree
Oh.
that movie looks great. It's a really cool world. All you got to do is just age up. So recast Valerian as Matthew McConaughey, recast Cara Delevingne as Charlize Theron, and they're charismatic as fuck.
Sure.
100 tickets sold.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey can
With
pull off
Charlize-
the physical stuff, but he can still be like an aw shucks, like infatuated little boy. Obviously, Charlize Theron kicks ass. She can take the reins, no sweat. And I feel like you're just good to go. Just age them up. This is still the same characters. These are just old Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne now. Boom, you're good to go. Everything else is solid. And you can get rid of sex perv Luc Besson and like you can just get a good director who does that thing where they emulate the style of someone else.
See,
What about
I was
Age-
gonna go ahead to you.
I was going to say, what about aging up Dane DeHaan and Jim Carrey? They look alike.
No, I was gonna pitch. I was gonna pitch.
Speaking about box office bombs earlier.
No, it made his money back. It just didn't make money, so that's not a good business. But I was gonna pitch Valerian, but like keeping to my premise in terms of like being in the world, and I wanted to like actually explore one of the 1,000 ships or just one of like a random soldier within that huge world that they have, and like they can mention those crappy Valerian and
I mean, that's fine, but Valerian's based on like a long-running series of comics.
No,
so I feel like
I
you
know.
can just pull another story and use those characters again, and
Yeah.
and especially when they're older, it would make sense to like that whole thing where they're in love with each other, but they've been working together so long, and they don't want to like cross that line, and it's will they, won't they? It would make a lot more sense if they were like in their late 40s, early 50s instead, and like kind of nearing the end of their careers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
It's just for
Charlize
me.
Theron is like an actual actor.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be
She's
Although to be
great.
fair,
Oh,
I think Valerian is maybe Cara Delevingne's best work. She's way better in that than she was in like Suicide Squad or anything else I've ever seen her in.
that's fair.
Low
Yeah,
bar. To
she's
be
not
fair,
very
that's a very low
good.
bar.
Yeah, very low bar.
like she was fine in Paper Towns, but
I never see that.
I just
You don't watch no
What do you got? What do you
You don't want to watch that shit.
So when I thought of the question, I thought of like a interesting world in where you can just place any story and just build off of that. That you don't need to like recast or do kits or something like that, like Star Wars or Star Trek or Starship Troopers or Valerian, where there's like a huge world that you can just tell a different story within those contexts that they already did the world building in. So I landed on Mad Max. Mad Max stories go deep into this futuristic hellscape of just a weird world where shit just is just fucked up. And even though Max is the lead, you tend to like focus on other people through Max's perspective, so you can just eliminate the middleman and tell a weird fucking story about this world without Max even in it, and just fucking go deep into the rules and to the craziness of Mad Max. The other one that I thought about as well was District 9. You can tell a bunch of stories about those alien races in fucking Earth, or you can even
prawns.
You can talk about the prawns, or you can go back home to their prawn world. You can even do like a fucking rescue mission from the prawns, trying to get back that ship that just crash landed on Earth.
That's the movie Neil Blomkamp should work on. Hey, Neil, straight up, I know you listen to the show, so let me just tell you, leave aliens alone. That's not for you. Go back to District 9. That's a very good movie. You left it wide open for a sequel. Please make that sequel, and maybe just aliens as a free.
You don't want to see Chappie 2 back?
I'd rather see Chappie 2 than to see Neil Blomkamp Aliens.
Chappier.
Chap ass.
Really
Chappie 2 is when I walk around in shorts all day and it's hot.
But those are my big.
Chappie.
I just saw Chappie like in the cover of like with the Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit, but Chappie 2 Back in the Habit.
But I feel like Chappie wouldn't be like a great dad.
Guess what? Chappie's getting Chappie.
How does he get
I feel like Chappie maybe wouldn't be the best dad. You guys know Father's Day is coming up. Have you heard? And as the only father on the show, well, I'm the only father who like knows about his kids on the show.
Yeah.
When I had a child, I became much more sensitive and more like aware of portrayals of fathers in movies, and that made me think of a great thing. And then we told Joe to pretend like it was his idea for a topic.
It was my topic.
No, I came up with it. I'm pretty sure. By being a father and it being Father's Day, I pretty much came up with this.
I'm gonna release
Joe. What was that question we told you to say?
Worst and best dads in feature film.
Oh
Worst dad, Youssef. Best dad, me. Right, guys? Woo.
Oh my god, racist.
Guys, it was my idea. And I thought of it. It's an original idea. Screen Junkies did not fight that tonight.
Oh, suck a dick, Screen Junkies.
Don't worry, they'll be gone soon. They'll just be fan of entertainment.
Really good
They're fading out, Screen Junkies.
All right, I'll start off first. I'm gonna go first.
Are we gonna start? Are we gonna do all best and all worst? Or are we gonna do back and forth?
Let's do all worst.
A worst first.
All best, and then all worst.
Okay. All right, best. So I'm gonna start off with the best. Lawrence Fishburne, Boys in the Hood.
Oh wow,
this dad,
Various Styles.
This dad comes out of nowhere. Separate family, which I grew up in a broken home. Mom has trouble with her son, sends him to his father in Southeast LA, and it basically he stays there for the rest of his life and gives him a strong boundaries, strong father. Basically, is all around. It's just being those type of guys where you can grow up with and have these type of things and have a friendship, but at the same time have a strict
barriers.
Yes, where you're not doing things.
Boys need structure.
Structure. That's the word. That's why he's the father.
Now, regardless of what you hear about Cuba Gooding Jr. right now, the gentleman back in the day when we did Boys in the Hood, Lawrence Fishburne raised him to be a good guy.
Oh wait. Can we take a timeout? I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted by the Hollywood Reporter. It's like Boys in the Hood star, as if he's never done like Snow Dogs or fucking Boat Trip.
Man of Honor star.
I love Man
it's
of
so
Honor.
obvious. It's be better.
The third lead in Norbit.
And then I would say my second
Pearl
one.
Harbor's
also,
own Cuba Gooding Jr.
I mean, they could have
Allow
gone
me to
with
skip-
the OJ portrayal, and it would have been like equally bad.
That was wait, that
But
was
they
the
went. They
headline? I didn't
reached.
see that.
They reached that
Yeah, it was
far
bad.
back to be like, "Fuck you." Go ahead, TJ.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
At least he won an Oscar for that one.
To attach myself to one other father that has a long reign of being a great father in film, Steve Martin, Parenthood, Father of the Bride. I don't mean to steal anybody's guy.
No, that's a
Steve
good one.
Martin is right up
Keeper
there.
by the
It's Parenthood
dozen.
and Parenthood films.
Tim Allen and Joe Somebody.
Yeah. Shimon.
The Santa Claus.
I like he's good at him.
Yusef, what you got, bud?
Oh, I went very soppy and modern with my pick. I went Michael Stuhlbarg as Mr. Perlman and Call Me by Your Name. He's a super loving, funny, always.
What kind of beard do you have?
Oh no, I don't. So I'm woke. So he's like the kid is like he's always very encouraging to the kids and so okay. So the main reason why I picked him, like he's fucking lovely and he's a cool dude and he's very nice and blah blah blah. But there's like a monologue in the last he has like a 3-minute monologue towards the end when the relationship of Elio and the other guy, the twin from Facebook, they break off because it was like a summer fling, and the dad is just like fucking smoking a cigarette, chilling in his fucking couch, and he just like sits him down and just drops knowledge on the kid, but at the same time tells him like how much he loves and supports him despite the love that he shows. Like he shows to the love that he felt and the love that he felt towards another man, and he's just like so loving and receptive towards the kid, despite like he could have been like, oh, you're only 17, love doesn't exist at that age, you're such a douche, fuck you, like any other parent, like Brian does all the time. But he was like super
I constantly
loving.
tell my kid that he's not really in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
But like there's a lot there's 2 lines that I want to point out before, this is not funny content. #funny content. I'm dragging it down. I know, I'm sorry. I'm being too real. But there's 2 lines in the monologue that always gets me. Like legit. Like I'm very honest. I've seen this monologue way too many times. I've seen the movie twice, the monologue like 30. Honest. So one of the lines is we become jaded by age 30. I'm 30 right now, because we kill away all the pain, all the love, and all the suffering. And when we start with a new person, we have all that baggage that we don't feel the same love and emotions again. Like for a father to tell that to his son, to impart that knowledge to his son, who's just 17-year-old kid who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, is fucking beautiful. And the second one is like when you least expect it, nature has cunning ways of finding your weakest spot. Just remember, I'm always here. Like even if you're super fucked up, I'll always be here for you. All right, cool. Peace. Comedy ensues now.
Oh, hey, everybody who was skipping forward 10 seconds, you can stop now. Here, we're back. Okay, all right. Hey, so...
I'm not crying.
I got a little emotional.
Oh, man.
Yo, what do you got, man?
God,
Oh.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, I got
TJ, have you gone yet? Did you go yet, TJ?
TJ went. I'm sorry, I ranted. Joe, funny. Be funny, Joe.
No, Joe went.
I didn't go.
TJ went.
No.
Just me?
No, I didn't go.
Joe and Brian gotta go.
We both got to go. Yusuf talked so long, I thought of another segment.
No, wait, stop. It was
I thought Joe said Furious Styles, right?
Who?
No, dude. Joe, go ahead. Be funny, man.
Anyway, I'm gonna talk about John Candy,
Because you're super
Chet
strong.
Ripley, The Great Outdoors, the greatest movie dad. Just a great supportive family man. He just wants to take his family on a great vacation, relive his glory days, have good times, not let Roman ruin everything. But also special shout out to him as Jack Chester, Chet Ripley. What? Are they connected? I don't know. But maybe it's second family. Maybe he's got two families. I don't know. But anyway, Summer Rental's a great movie. John Candy, not such a great dad at the beginning of that movie, has to kind of learn and grow and become a better dad and like get his family involved with his project. So there's like growth in that one. And then in Great Outdoors, he's perfect. Great dad.
And also, I don't even think he's dealing with like the growth in that. Like at Great Outdoors, same thing. I feel like they have the same like problems. Is that
TJ,
John
stop
Candy's
bringing it
going
down,
through-
man.
Well, his family's going through like, or his oldest son's going through puberty, and he has one younger son who's not. And then in Some Rental, he's got his daughter's going through the same thing, and the one younger
He's got
daughter's
two
not.
younger
We get it.
Yeah.
Screenwriters are lazy.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so you have two daughters going through two things, two sons going through two things, and him trying to collab with both their personalities. It works. John Candy is the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
that is
great.
the man.
He killed it. He kills it. And he's like I said, those are two great dad performances with weirdly
Yeah, he's a
similar
better dad than
names.
Uncle Buck. Me.
Yeah, he is.
He's a
He is
good dad
better
and Uncle Buck. Yeah, that's fair.
For being an awful human being, he's a better dad than Uncle Buck than the dad that's actually there in Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Remember when they tried to make Uncle Buck a TV show? And I'm not talking about the new one with Mike Epps. I'm talking about when the show first or the movie first came out. And like they literally, the premise of the show was that the parents were killed and died. And then the Uncle Buck had to come and live with them forever. I was like, that's a pretty grim way to start your sitcom, man. I think there might be a reason.
Was it starring John
wrong.
Candy? Who was
Let's
the
real
star?
quick. Let's just do a fast round of worst movie dads. We won't go too crazy on it, but we should show the
I
counter
didn't get to
side.
say my best. Hey, Brian, I didn't know.
Where didn't you go yet?
Are you serious? Well, Jay, I'm sorry. I got the notes on here. Yusef's producing the show here in the corner, and he told me to hurry up to Bad Dad.
I just
and
mentioned.
not go too deep.
I just said that bad dad can be skipped over, not
Who
skip
said-
Joe.
Was it TJ that said Furious Styles? Somebody said Furious Styles, right? That was something we talked about, right? Okay. For some reason, I thought it was Joe, but it was TJ.
I know. I just wanted to say.
I should have drank so many beers before the show.
Joe, just fucking yell out your dad before he cuts you off again.
Brian Mills, Liam Neeson's taken.
Yeah, that's a great
There you
dad.
go.
That is a really
Look at
good
that.
one. I'm glad you guys didn't let me cut him off because that's a great pick.
But he's
He went-
technically a bad dad, though, right? He abandoned the kid for the entire
dude.
But then he saved her, so
From
At
broken
the
family.
beginning, he's kind of a
Does not
bad
make
dad
you
because he's like so out of touch.
Yeah.
You know?
but he
Jesus.
saves her, so
But my bad. Let me go with my bad dad pick because it's
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah, go for it.
whoa, go ahead.
I want to say this. I love this movie. He's a fun dad. I just think he'd be a good dad, and that is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
that was one of my best dads.
He is no bound. He just shows no boundaries. He is way too reckless. He spies on his children. He doesn't gain any trust, and he fucking
Yeah, he's like
throws a
totally dishonest. He lies to his whole family. That's not
he
good.
throws apart, and he just like lets them do whatever the fuck they want at first, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, he learns, and he might grow into a good dad, and he's a great character, and it's a fun movie. But like as an adult and like hoping to be a father one day, I think about it like, oh yeah, that's a bad example. Like you might as well have Tom Hanks from Big's kid be the father at that point.
I
Someone's
think that'd be a
father.
good dad.
No, he wouldn't because he'd be a
He
child.
relates to children though at the same time.
What about you, TJ? Who's a bad dad? Who's a bad
Anyway.
dad?
Controversial pick.
My bad dad isn't a real dad. My bad dad is a stepdad. My bad dad is Rodney Dangerfield and Ladybugs. There is no reason that this guy should force his teenage stepson to join his female
Guys,
soccer league.
There's a scene in Ladybugs, and it's so over the boundaries where they're changing in a dressing room, and he's talking, and it's as if they're being molested, and this one woman just falls over and faints. Like it's just a molestation joke. He's a terrible
That's
father.
the worst. You have a gentleman,
Hey,
older gentleman, and a
you
young
girls, you got the vote.
kid.
An
They're
exact,
not related.
an exact line from Ladybugs from 1993 is, "Hey, you're women, you got the vote.
Oh, no.
You burn your bras."
I think Rodney Dangerfield literally wins the worst dad
Terrible father.
stepdad ever for Ladybugs, and also Jonathan Brandis, R.I.P. my dude. I love
we
you.
did it. We
It's
saw
icon.
sidekicks.
Yeah. Also, check out episode 19, I think, or 21
Of the
I don't
bunker.
know. Yeah,
Where we talk
of the bunker.
sidekicks.
Yeah, that's my bad dad.
The Sequest
Yeah,
episode, right?
Yes.
Yusef, what was your worst dad? What was your bad dad?
Oh, Jack Torrance, The Shining. There's like a creepy molestation slash attacking of his kid, and then he
Well, there's definitely an
legit,
abuse subplot going on already
And
before
then
we
the-
even get to the Overlook. So
yeah, and then he legit tries to kill his kid. So that's a very bad dad right there.
I had a
Also-
couple I wanted to rattle off real quick too. Jim Carrey in Liar Liar sucks.
Terrible father.
Just a piece of shit. Richard Dreyfuss in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Great movie, but dude just straight up abandons his family. What a fuck face.
Just want
And then
to.
I definitely can't stress enough, and this also calls back to a Flyover episode, Big Daddy from Kick-Ass. The worst. Just the fucking worst dad.
I feel about that.
Terrible dad.
He's not a good father.
Now,
Good character.
now I got
Not
something
a
for
good
two
father.
of us. I got two. I got the back and forth. before we
Rodney
move on.
Dangerfield from Natural Born Killer.
Oh, that's a bad dad too. That's a very bad dad.
Matthew McConaughey, Interstellar.
Hey, John Lithgow.
He abandons his son.
What's the movie with the dancing Kevin Bacon?
Oh, Footloose.
Footloose, and then John Lithgow and Harry and Henderson. So he plays a good dad.
He's a great dad
and a
Harry
bad
Harrison.
dad. So John Lithgow.
You know who
is a
also
kid.
had
You know
You know
what's
who
hard?
also-
It's like I'm a father, and I'm a father of a son, and I want to raise a good boy, and sometimes it's hard, and you don't know what they're gonna go through in life, but you try to do your best, and some boys turn out different than others, and this, I think this is great a time to talk about this week's movie, Cabin. Now, before these guys go off, let me real quick just get out in front and just say a couple nice things about Cabin Boy for my personal preference
Hey,
here.
Brian.
Take it on my headphones.
Brian.
I'm not even gonna listen to you.
It's not.
Before you start,
It's got some great aesthetic choices. I really like the fun, the look of it, the cheapness of it, the kind of like old style, like the 30s trip to the moon kind of effects. I like
Brian,
that stuff.
I want you to know.
I love the cast, the crew of the Filthy Whore. Those guys are I love them in this movie. But anyway, go ahead,
I'm on your
guys.
side.
Go nuts.
No, I'm on your side, 100%. It's me and you.
How sad is that, Brian?
No,
How
you know
fucking
what?
sad is that?
What's weird is I'm fine with I don't care. I like TJ's opinions. I like that he sticks to his guns, even
you
when
don't.
he's in the face of adversity.
No,
But
you don't.
you know what I'm more disappointed with?
No,
I'm
you
disappointed in
don't.
Joe, because Joe's supposed to be the so bad it's good movie guy. Oh, I love things that are fucking terrible. But then like I bring you a legitimate piece of art that is so absurd and bizarre and
It
just like
sucks so
personal and weird and dumb.
Brian.
And like the fact that you can't embrace that hurts me. It hurts me deep inside.
Brian, let me just say, rebuttal this. I've said this every day. I like what I like.
Sure.
Brian, and I like Cabin Boy, and I watched it, and I think
All right,
it holds up,
time
and I
out.
will stand
Time
up for it.
out.
It
Just-
confused me. I just
Wait,
couldn't
wait.
grasp. Confused
Yeah.
me.
Wait.
It just what?
Can you just
Wait.
set up the movie, what it is, and then we just
Yeah, real
fucking.
quick, let me set it up. Chris Elliott plays a very rich young man who's been raised in a life of leisure. He's graduating from his school. He's becoming a fancy lad. And he's supposed to take a cruise back to his home island, to Hawaii, where his family owns a series of resorts. And through a series of misunderstandings, he ends up on a disgusting fishing boat with some filthy, horrible men who have devoted their lives to being on the sea and being drunk, and they go on a series of fantasy-style adventures. And it's a coming-of-age movie. It's a love story. It's fantasy. It's adventure. It's got so much going on.
Shit. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When is
What?
okay? So is the joke supposed to be, oh, look at this man child, or the joke supposed to be, look at this man playing a child?
The man child.
Yeah, I think he's a man child. I think he's just very, pampered. He's just always.
Either way, the joke didn't land, but I wanted to understand the joke, so we can just move on from there. And the second one is, what time is this supposed to be in? What year?
Well,
what
the whole thing of the movie is like it's totally absurd. It's like it feels like it's supposed to be taking place in maybe the 1800s, but they got cars, they got microwaves, they got it's not reality. It's kind of this like. Also, did you notice? Did anybody notice Tim Burton produced that? I think that you can feel that in the effects and like.
I'll say this. I really liked the matte painting backgrounds.
Oh, beautiful. The only thing that I legit love.
Part of the look of the cheapness of it, like the fact that a lot of the time the set is just it's like the boat from Hook out in a tank and they're just walking around on it. I love that.
That's literally the only thing that I genuinely love is that it's not trying to pretend that it's not in a stage. Like it's not in a
There's
in a
time
chlorine blue.
Like it legit feels like a play at times.
But we're not worried. I mean, that looked beautiful, but also the actors were great.
No,
I love. Like I said, the crew of the Filthy Whore
So
fucking kill me. They are so. Brian Doyle Murray, the guy from
It's so bad for them.
Who's the manager of Major League? When he brings the kachinka la pinka kachtinka, that means I grabbed a girl's ass. So stupid.
When that was happening, when that scene was happening, I became Andy Richter's character. I was just staring at the screen like.
I liked Andy Richter's character.
Andy Richter's hilarious, right? This is how Cool Girl dances.
It was just so weird seeing Letterman, who I just feel like is never in anything.
This is literally one of the only movies he was ever in, and I think it's part of the reason he never did another movie because he was just like, nope,
I know why.
What? Not my thing.
I know why. I know why he was in the movie.
No, I don't think Ricky Lake.
Why?
Ricky Lake was the front
Max,
Sassy that like changed in the freezing. That was Ricky Lake on TV shows.
The director / writer of this movie used to be a staff writer at David Letterman's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And fun fact, he had a heart attack in 2016 when he reminded himself that he was in this fucking movie.
Here's what I like. I like that Chris Elliott was like, okay, I got some goodwill from being on SNL. And I don't know if this is before or after he did that show Get a Life, but he was like, this might be my one shot. And he made the weirdest fucking movie he could get his hands on. Like, you know what I mean? He could have been in probably like a more straightforward comedy, but he was like, nah, this is bizarre as hell. And I just want to get into it. I love, like, there's not a ton to talk about with this. Actually,
no, that's what the problem is.
It's more, and I'll come right out and say it. I don't think every joke lands. I don't think everything that happens in this movie is hilarious. But I love the performances of the guys on the ship. I love the weirdness of it.
Chuck Boy.
When the guy comes, when they get to the island, and Chris Elliott loses his virginity to the lady with 6 arms, and she's married to a giant, and you see the giant, and he's talking about how he opened an office supply store on the island, and he's like, I sold a stapler to like a flying leprechaun. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like about how he's fresh off of Dumb and Dumber also.
So
that's why
coming out to attack the boat, and they're asking Brian Doyle Murray, who's been like the expert about weird shit in this movie. They're like, what's going on with this? He's like, I don't know, I guess just some kind of guy or something. I just love how fucking bizarre this movie is.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know. Every time a new recognizable actor came on screen, I was like, not you.
It was a
poor Alfred Molina. He snuck in on the first scene. He was like, I'll be the teacher, and then I'm out of this movie. Fuck it.
Yeah, it was the Odyssey.
Yeah, you do all
Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the Odyssey, yes.
Yeah.
But also,
like with the weird kid in class when you're probably reading the Odyssey and they're like, we're going to show a movie, and the kid's like, I have a version.
I tell you what, you know what got me into this, Brian? If I could be half human, half shark, man, I'm 100% in. That's all.
So you want to be
Taylor
Lautner?
Chalky over
Hey,
Shark Boy?
What's
You want to be Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
the little like symbol for greater
Lava
than
Girl?
Chalky, greater than Kevin Costner in
Yeah,
Waterworld.
he's
Like
crazy.
you're gonna be half fish, go all the way. Have a tail and a fin, not just little gills hidden behind your ears like a pussy. Get out there and be half a fucking shark.
Every now and again somebody like talk shit about movies, and then there's a douchebag on Twitter that wants to get likes, and he's like, you know how hard it is to make movies? I think they should make them harder if they can make this fucking movie.
This
Because
is too easy. They shouldn't have been allowed to make this so easily.
no,
but also
no.
at the same time, the simplicity of it. You have a literal tank with a toy ship on it with fake clouds with CGI faces.
I love the faces blowing on them and stuff.
Dude,
like all that, the face of the moon. I loved all that shit.
It's super weird that the director didn't get a movie after this.
When
So
he drinks
weird.
the water and does the cupcake sun, it's one of the best things ever.
It spits on him and shit.
Yeah,
I like when they're I love when they're putting him out on that dinghy and th's like, is it safe to drink? Is it safe to drink seawater? Like, first time hearing of it. It's water, ain't it?
It's like, how long is the road going to be? 2 miles. Oh, that seems extreme, but sure, sounds good.
I laughed once.
I didn't laugh once, and I really want to be like, oh, I only laughed at this joke, but I didn't laugh at a fucking joke.
I audibly laughed once because I liked the Chris Elliott delivery when he walked out. I forget the line though. When he sang "Clean My Pipes" after he had sex with the Shiva.
But did you not feel the masculinity when he walked out, though?
Yeah, I did. I'm telling you, I laughed at that.
Oh yeah.
We've got the tough female character who then subsequently, like, as soon as he shows any side of masculinity, like, just instantly is like, oh, usually I would smack somebody in the mouth, but she's like over the other way, like way out until where the point where it's like a parody of the female character in other movies.
She's like, I normally feed you my 4 knuckles if you said this, but I love you.
But when it comes from you, it's like, yeah, she just like loves it so much.
Yeah, he literally said, I finally shed my feminine side. And I was like, oh.
But now wait a minute, I mentioned that, and I have to say, I give this movie credit going back and watching it, that even though he's a fancy lad, they never really lean into they're never doing a lot of gay jokes or making, and that's not really part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
yeah,
he's refined and he's soft, and he's like, because he had this refined upbringing, but they're never like making fun of him and calling him gay. So I guess for a movie in the early 90s.
Yeah, I give them credit for not making a single joke in the entire fucking movie. That's true. That's a great credit.
I think that
not a single fucking joke.
The hardest joke they made, as like language wise, was one dude who mumbles a lot and always has a hunch, calls him a peckerhead during like one of those like Keeble Cobble thing, which is like one of those like, but also it's clean. You can watch it, but it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious.
I feel like this movie only played on the Superstation.
Yeah, I don't remember when I saw it.
No, it was on UPN and the Superstation.
I know that the DVD I have is so old it doesn't even have any features. You know, like the DVDs that just didn't have shit on them.
UPN.
At least you have a DVD of this.
I would watch this again in a heartbeat.
Will you have a DVD of this?
No, you didn't.
Like I said, no, I never get mad. I never get upset. I never get hurt when people don't register with comedy. Comedy is so subjective.
Register. Fuck off.
I have really super weird tastes, and weird things make me laugh. So like I don't worry about that. I didn't expect everybody to love it.
Speaking about it.
This is just like a backdoor DVD bunker episode because I wanted to watch Cabin Boy again and I never got around to it. So thanks for indulging me, and I'm glad I could steal 75 minutes of your life.
Hey, also at the same time, Brian, you chose a short film, a really good film in my opinion. Hey, buddy boy.
Hey,
me and TJ can agree sometimes, you know.
Easily.
So next up,
anniversary.
It's our anniversary.
Oh wait, we're close. No, we haven't rated or anything.
Oh, we gotta rate. Yeah, we're
I don't need to hear what you guys rated. Let me guess.
I want to rate this bitch
or whatever.
What do you want it out of, Brian? What do you want it out of? Like
10 like a normal person.
Out of 7 C's for the set. It's out of 7 C's.
Oh man, I got to do conversion in my head now.
All right, Yusef, you're first.
Oh, I give it 0 out of 7. Fuck off.
All right, I was gonna say 1.67 C's.
You guys are the worst in the world. I'm giving this thing 5.5,
Oh,
7 C's.
Sidekick my
This is
ass.
good.
That's about right. I give it like 5 out of 7 C's because it's just like, here's my thing with this, and I was thinking about it when I was watching it last night. This fulfills something for me because it's like a singular piece of work. There's nothing like it that exists. There's no other movie I can get what I get from Cabin Boy, and I don't know what that is that I get from it, but I enjoy it, and I can't get it anywhere else. There's nothing.
Wait.
Nothing like it. There's nothing as bizarre as it. There's
I
nothing
like a no name Norm.
Wait, Brian. It's like a no name Norm.
Boom. It is.
You should say what you just said.
I said I like a no name Norm better.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Well, that's fair.
At least better.
I like
Brian.
this sidekicks better.
I don't like
We
a no
usually
name
agree.
Norm, but I like this.
We usually agree on things.
I laughed more in sidekicks.
All right.
All right, I hated sidekicks. So
Well, you're next. Oh, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. All right. What do you got for the anniversary?
For a big
Okay.
1-year anniversary for the show that we all know that I didn't
all right,
think was going to last.
so I'm gonna
and blah,
lay
blah,
a few-
blah.
A fucking
Let me
year.
lay a few things out. Let me lay a few things out on the 1-year anniversary. Okay, first we're gonna do what we did on the 5th episode. We're gonna put on our fanciest outfit, maybe pop some champagne.
Okay. All right.
It's 1 year.
With that.
And then we're going to be viewing 2 features, if time permits.
Hey.
One of which I have talked about repeatedly on this podcast. He's currently in a
If we're
renaissance.
doing 2 movies, they better be related. These can't be 2 separate, unrelated
I knew it.
films. There better be a reason we're doing 2.
Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
it
so
would-
can everybody shut up and Joe talk because I have weak internet and I don't understand shit what's happening. What's happening, Joe?
Okay, we're going to watch 2 movies. One of which is going to be The Devil's Advocate.
Suck a dick, Joe. You know where you're going.
Yeah,
Lake House. Fuck you.
Yeah, baby.
And the
Okay.
other one is going to be The Lake House.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
2 phenomenal
Fucking
films.
Keanu-sans, man.
I think that is fitting for our 1 year. Unless you want to go Con Air Face Off.
Nope. The Lake
I like
House.
Devil's Advocate. Is there any other Keanu movie? What about Constantine?
Nope,
No,
nope,
that-
nope. It's
You pick
Lake House
fucking
is
Cabin
not
Boy.
negotiable.
Shut up, Brian.
This is going to be a solid part of the segment. I
Yep.
forfeit a topic next episode at minimum. And we're gonna celebrate like I know how to with 2 phenomenal films.
Devil Advocate, Lake House.
Man,
Double
this episode really came to a halt.
What you think I was gonna pick?
No, I called it when you said Devil's Advocate.
Now,
I was like, fucking Lake House.
This is a black tie affair, fellas.
No, fuck you.
Like both scenes in
No,
Advocate.
I liked it better when we were like when it was Legend of Drunken Master and Desperado. We can get back to that. Tremors.
Brian,
Like we don't
make
have
sure you
to.
Brian, brush your hair. Yusef, brush your hair for the next episode. Wear a nice suit.
Oh, I'm going
There you
naked.
go. Okay, do it. I dare you now.
Yeah, I said it. You don't have to dare me. How about we close the bitch out?
This is ridiculous. This show is off the rails.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a terrible host. I don't prepare anything. I just come in. I do my best. I stumble through. Guys, why don't you just fucking tell them where they can find you? Let's get the hell out of here. TJ, where can we find you?
You can find me at TJX on Twitter. You're on our YouTube right now at Flyover State of Film. If you are watching right now, of our 72 viewers, maybe 71 by now, regardless, hit me up, guys, and have a good one. Joe.
You find me at Shendango, probably being a dick or something. Yeah, I'm the
Getting
bunker.
blocked by Schmodown competitors and
Just unfollowed.
I love
right.
movies, Yusef.
Oh, at
Yusef,
Hercules. Hashtag DVD Bunker. Search DVD Bunker. There's episodes. This is a show
Yusef,
also.
Yusef has written some great reviews for the record.
Correct.
As of recent. So you've written really good reviews as of recent.
Oh, yeah. I finally wrote one good review and Joe is happy about it. So fucking read that one and the rest ignore it.
Did you do your reaction review to the Dr. Sleep trailer? Did you get that out?
I talked about Major League Baseball, so read that one. I have fun.
All right.
Fair.
Bye, guys. See you at
It's a mess of an ending.
Bye.